Hey everyone, I'm Christian. I'm going to make a video showing you how to use VO3, how to properly prompt it, how to also use Flow appropriately to generate commercials, ads, whatever you want. It's going to be fully step by step. So first, you want kind of like the concept of how to an idea of what you want to market. So let's just say I'm just going to do an example for a client. Let's just choose mattresses, and I'm also going to do it in a language that I can't read. So just to show you exactly how good can come out. But first part is you want to create the prompt for VO3. So the most important part is you break it down by second by second by second, because then it'll go off the record and it'll kind of do its own thing. The next part is you have to do it in 8-second intervals, and then you get to extend it. So if you go into Flow here, you create a project dashboard, and this is what it'll look like. You have text to video, you have an image. So if you have an image, you can upload your image, like a product image, and then from there, with the product image, you can tell it to do 360 degrees, remove backgrounds, and make an 8-second video about it. So you can have a narrator talk about the product. But it's very important for VO3 that you draft the words that need to go in the video. If you let it come up with its own concept, it's going to flop. So I'm going to show you how to generate the dialogue. And what I'm going to do is create a VO3 script for the brand, your brand, BG. Make the the dialogue in Bulgarian, right? Uh, Break it down second by second, with a max of 16 seconds. Because the longer your video is, the higher the chance there's a mistake, because it has to do it in 8 seconds, and then you have to extend it. So I usually do a 16 seconds, see how it is from there, and then if I want to do a bigger project, we can expand the concept. You're gonna have to blow through more credits, but typically you should be able to get it on the spot within the first 16 seconds. So make it, let's be very creative here. Make it set in during the witch trials. Yeah, make it set during the witch trials era. Make it funny and comedic, as well as absurd. So that would be, I guess, the premises. So once you enter this prompt, you should kind of get an idea of what it'll look like. All dialogue is in Bulgarian, witch trials, absurd, medieval, dark comedy. So it didn't give you the character style on the first prompt. So you can kind of see here, 1, 2, 3. This is good so far. Okay. So what we want to do now is make sure the characters don't change and the clothing doesn't change. AI still sucks on text, so remove all text from the videos. So we want to include that. Make sure the characters are Caucasian, and the main character has a mullet. So it's a little descriptive, right? Also include the theme of a burning mattress. Let's see how well it does it from that. So when you're gonna have to go through with ChatGPT with a few different prompts, but like you want to have the setting, your tone, rules enforced, right? Night visual, a Caucasian man with a mullet. So it's describing it in this. So now we can take this script here, 7 to 8 seconds. It goes to that. So we want to take the first, pretty much, we want to take the first 7 seconds and copy paste it into this prompt here. And in the settings here with Flow, we want to go with, you could do portrait or landscape. So if you want to do more ads based, we could do 916. So we could start off there. And the outputs, the first one, I usually do minimum 3 outputs because you get to select one. And the model, I do the highest quality. So this is going to use 300 credits. So now go back to GPT prompt because it may have exclusions at the end. Nope. So we do the first 6 to 7 seconds here. Then we hit upload. And I didn't read the text, right? So I don't even know if it's going to be good or bad. But the more consistent you can be with the text, the better. And having the general idea of the setting and the theme and making sure it's comedic usually does a pretty damn good job. And this takes about a minute to 2 minutes to load in Flow. And the reason you want to use Flow is because there is no watermark, visual watermark. It costs $250 a month for 25,000 credits, and then you can buy another 30,000 credits every 300, like I think $250, something like that. But so far, that is what's necessary. Now, for clients, you could do it 8-second style videos, and then you run that as the ad. So it uses 200 to 400 credits max to choose the best video, and then you just keep pumping out ads this way. So with 25,000 credits, if you master the 8-second mark, you can keep producing 10, 20, like you can easily create 100 videos a month creatives for just $250 a month with the base credits that you get with this to then run on ads, to run on and they do convert. I've been running them. We have already gotten conversions for it. So here's one of the videos, right?
Средновековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе. Вещер! Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG. Средновек...
So that's one of the videos that came up. The other one's now done here.
Средновековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе. Вещер! Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG.
So I don't like that one.
Средновековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе. Вещер! Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG. Средновековието.
So those are the three versions for it. So whatever version you like the most.
Вековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе.
You choose the one you like the most.
Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG.
So I'm going to choose this one, and you want to add it now to your scene, right? And then your scene builder is where you can extend it. So over here, you can extend. So the strategy from here now is 7 to 8 seconds, and we do the rest of the video. Okay, so now we're going to paste this, and then you want to have slowly transition to. You want a slow transition because sometimes it botches it up, it doesn't do it right. And on this version, I only do outputs per prompt 2, though it uses less credits, because you should be able to know within a minute the quality of the production. So we'll let that load. I did not prompt, so sometimes it'll get the characters wrong, it'll change clothes, so we would have to add in we would have to go back to, if it messes it up, we would have to go back, ensure clothing and the characters stay the same after each transition of 8 seconds. I don't recommend going past 16 seconds. That's the healthy amount of content for most ads and everything else. If you want to do a whole video and stuff, you probably like expect 24 to 30 seconds. Probably took like 3 to 4 hours to get it right, and about 10,000 credits if you want a 30 or 40 second video. But that 16-second mark is really, really good. So let's see if it's getting close to done. But with the prompt here, ensure clothing and the characters stay the same after each transition of 8 seconds. Add it to the script every 8 seconds. The medieval witch trials, right? It's done. So now, night medieval town square, torches flicker.
Another message from the group Hilda and Mary.
And there you go, 8 seconds, community lock mandatory. Perfect. So every 8 seconds it'll do that. So you want to have that in your scripts because it's probably going to get it wrong. So we'll see here.
Средновековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе. Вещер! Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG. Магия! О, гръбнакът ми. Може би не е вещер. Добрият сън е опасен. Казах ви. Но си струва. Матраци BG. Добрият сън е опасен.
I didn't like, so I'm going to remove this slide. And I'm going to go, you can go back to see the other versions that weren't added. You have to refresh it sometimes because it doesn't load up all the other videos. So refresh. And then in here.
Матраци BG. Магия! О, гръбнакът ми. Казах ви. Матраци BG.
A little better transition.
Матраци BG. Магия! О, гръбнакът ми. Може би не е вещер. Добрият сън е опасен. Казах ви. Но си струва. Матраци BG. Матраци BG.
Okay, so this one's actually good. So you could add this to the scene builder. But no, so if the characters change too much in the clothing.
Средновековието. Време на страх. Той спи като бебе. Вещер! Изгорете матрака. Чакайте. Това е от матраци BG. Матраци BG. Магия!
Okay, so you can actually shorten this here to make it
Matraci
right.
BG. Magia! Matraci BG. Magia!
So we could do a quicker
От
transition here.
Matraci BG. Magia! Oh, grabnak.
So you can get them toying around with this.
Matraci BG. Magia! Matraci BG.
It's a very sudden transition.
Това е от Матраци BG. Магия! О, гръбнакът! Това е от Матраци BG. Магия! Това е от Матраци BG. Магия! О, чакайте. Това е от Матраци BG.
So I can shorten this slightly like this. Let's see.
Магия! Матраци BG. Магия! Матраци BG. О,
Let's see. Because the transition is a
BG.
very important one.
Магия! О, от Матраци BG. Магия! О, гръбнакът ми. Може би не е вещер. Добрият сън е опасен. Казах ви, но си струва. Матраци BG. Средновековие.
So there you go. That's a solid commercial. And if the characters change too much, again, you would have to go reprompt it here with the 8-second of, from 8-second, do not change any character, face, body, hair, or age, blah, blah, blah. And then you can always add more exclusions and negatives because sometimes it doesn't do that good of a job. But we can now download this. So see the final version here. And look, this took the whole concept to making an ad 15 minutes. It's insane what you can do with more time. But 15 minutes already with 500 credits spent total, you have an incredible piece that will have a high chance of converting and beat your competitor ads, no problem.